to you live from your phone, tablet, computer, or whatever device you're watching this on. Here is your host, the master of ceremonies from up top the trees, Emcee Raven! Welcome! Thank you and welcome for joining us today. My name is Emcee Raven, and today we're going to be talking about Everyone's Got Talent. Now, have you ever heard of that word talent before? And though it sounds very similar to this word, we're not talking about talons. Talons are the types of claws that birds of prey use. No, we're talking about talent. Now, talent means any special ability or skill that an individual might possess. And today, myself and my fellow bird participants are going to show you a small, short demonstration to give you some ideas about some of the talents that you all might possess out there. Now, did you know that there are actually some really cool abilities that both humans and birds can do? For example, both birds and humans can walk on two legs. Because we're both warm-blooded, both birds and humans are able to live on any landmass on Earth. That's a unique ability. And did you know that some birds, such as the turkey, is able to show empathy, show feelings, and even form long friendships with other birds and even other animals? Hello, turkey. Up top. But there is one unique ability that only birds have. There's one thing that birds are the only living creatures on planet Earth to have. Can you figure out what's the one thing that birds have that no other living creature on Earth has? I'm going to give you the answer a little bit later. But there are over 10,000 different species of birds. And that means that there are some birds that have unique abilities and unique talents that other birds don't have. So, for this unique virtual talent show, I'm going to bring out 3 bird participants who are going to demonstrate the type of talent and abilities that they have. Now, at home, you guys are welcome to participate as well. Once I bring out a bird and introduce their talent and skill and ability, see if at home you can do the same thing or if you can do something similar. Alright, so with that said, let's bring out our first participant. Please put your hands and wings together for the one, the only, the owl. Hello! This is our first participant of Everyone's Got Talent. This is the owl bird. So, owl bird, can you say a few words for us? What do you mean, who? I'm talking to you. How are you doing today? Oh, a little shy. That's okay. So let's talk about some of the unique talents and abilities that owls have. Now, owls can do a lot of cool things. Owls can have really, really powerful hearing. They have really great ears. Did you know that owls, when they fly, their feathers allow them to fly completely silent? Their feathers don't make any sound when they're flying. And for all those watching out there thinking about my question I brought up earlier, that is our answer. Feathers are the one thing that only birds have besides any other living creature on the planet. Only birds have feathers. But the special talent that our owl is going to demonstrate today is that, did you know that owls can turn their head almost 270 degrees in any direction? Now that's a pretty cool talent. So, owl, can you demonstrate that talent for us? Alright, so our owl is going to demonstrate that talent. At home, see how many ways you can move your head. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's move it up and down and up and down. Alright, you want to try side to side? Alright, so side to side. This way and that way and this way and that way. Oh, man. Get a little bit of a crick in my neck. Alright, can we do around the world? Let's do it around the world. I don't know about all you, but I'm getting a little dizzy. Owl, that is an incredible skill that you have that not a lot of other birds and not a lot of other creatures have. let's give one more round of applause to the owl. Thank you so much, Al. Give him a round of applause. So, for our second contestant. Now, one ability that a lot of birds have is an ability called mimicking. What mimicking means is that's when birds copy the sounds of either other birds or other animals, sometimes even people, and other objects in nature. There's a lot of different types of birds that have this unique ability, but we're going to be bringing out the undisputed mimic champion of North America. This is, give you a round of applause for the brown thrasher. Hello, brown thrasher. Welcome to Everyone's Got Talent. Can you say a few words for us? Oh, I understand what you're saying, brown thrasher. Brown thrasher said that a lot of people often think about the mockingbird instead of him. They forget that he has this ability, he or she has this ability to mimic other sounds. However, a lot of men and women who are scientists that study birds actually believe that brown thrashers can record and mimic up to 1,100 different bird songs, and that their sound is a little richer and fuller than common mockingbirds. So you should be proud of your talent, brown thrasher. You actually have a pretty cool talent. So, is that a talent that all of you out there have? Can all of you mimic other sounds, or even sing songs, or mimic other voices? Let's try out. Brown thrasher, you mind if I give this a shot? Alright, so, let's see what sounds I can imitate. Let's see, I can do some whistling. Now, I can't make bird call songs really well, but I can do some singing. Let me try some singing. Maybe, do any of you out there have a cool talent of singing? La 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 la. Now, what about some other vocal imitations? Maybe you all can do some impressions. This is my impression of Christopher Squawkin'. Hello, out there. I hope you are enjoying the show. I'm Christopher Squawkin', no relation to any actors that you might have heard of. Thank you. Thank you very much. Brown thrasher, I don't think I have anything on you, but that is a pretty cool talent. Let's give a round of applause one more time for the brown thrasher. Take a bow, brown thrasher. Now, there's one more contestant that we're going to bring out, another bird that probably a lot of you watching out there have probably seen or heard of before. In fact, this talent is really loud. It's a really loud talent. So let's give another round of applause for our final contestant today. This is the woodpecker! All right, woodpecker, how are you doing today? You are now live on the show. Give us a few bird words. Oh, I couldn't say it better myself. Now, some of you might already know the talent that woodpeckers are known for, but in case you don't, what woodpeckers are known for is doing something called drumming. That's when they use their beaks and they tap really quickly on surfaces to make kind of rhythm sounds on them too. Not only that, did you know that woodpeckers can bang their head up to 100 times on surfaces as hard as tree trunks without ever getting a headache? Now that's a pretty impressive talent if I've ever heard of one myself. Now, for all of you watching who have been following along, please do not try to copy this talent. You see, woodpeckers have really special heads that allow them to absorb the shock of banging their head that many times. Now that's the reason why I don't want you to copy that, because we as humans cannot do that. But, like I said, that is sometimes called drumming, what those woodpeckers can do. Now, all of you out there watching, can you do this type of drumming? Thank you very much. So, that's a drumming that probably a lot of you out there are familiar with. That is a type of musical expression. Now, there's a lot of human talents that are connected to areas of expression. When people think about talent, a lot of times they talk about art or music, but that's not the only type of talents that are out there. There are some people that have great talent in athletics or sports. There are some people who have great talent in academic subjects, like maybe math or coding or reading. There's a wide variety of talents out there. And though we've been talking about birds, lets you know that there are some talents and unique cool abilities that only humans are able to do. For example, only humans are able to design, make, and wear clothing. Humans also have unique hands. For example, everybody hold up your hands like this. See if you can do some cool actions like this. There are some humans that can do really cool things with their hands, allows them to grab and twirl and pick up items really great, and that's something that's really unique among humans to other animals. There's a reason why we're able to hold really cool types of tools and technology. And we also have advanced language, and we have the ability to be really creative with our words. That's why you see a lot of humans who are talented at storytelling, at telling jokes, and a lot of different vocal types of expression. So, as we get ready to leave, Emcee Raven is going to leave you with 3 bird beak tips to remember about talent. Tip number 1. Now, all the bird talents that I demonstrated are all physical, natural abilities. That means that all of the birds were born with these abilities. So, there are some humans out there that have really cool natural abilities as well, such as flexibility. There's some people who are just really naturally flexible. However, that doesn't mean that that's your only talent. When we're talking about human talents, we're talking about 3 things. We're talking about what you like to do, what you're interested in, and what you practice at to get better at. So for example, even people who are naturally really flexible still have to stretch and practice and strengthen their bodies so that they can become professional athletes or professional dancers or just be even better at their talent. So remember, with any human talent, you can choose what you want that talent to be. Tip number 2. Remember some of the birds that we were talking about that can mimic other sounds? For example, parrots can mimic sounds, and our brown thrasher can mimic different sounds. Mimicking is also really important when we're talking about talent. Watching and copying other people who are experts in that field or that subject matter, maybe they're a coach, maybe they're some type of mentor, maybe they're a really famous person who's known for the skill and the talent that you're interested in. By watching and copying them, you can actually learn a lot from them and improve your skills and developing your talent. And in case you're wondering, well, Emcee Raven, isn't that cheating? It's not cheating. As long as you give credit to where you were inspired from, and as long as you work really hard, there's a lot of people who are talented in a lot of different fields who got better by watching and learning people who have paved the way in that field. So just remember, if there's something that you're interested in, watch some other people, other trusted mentors that do what you are interested in. And the 3rd and final tip for talent is that there is no rush in looking and trying to figure out what your talent is. Everybody is an individual, everybody is unique, and everybody has to go on their own path and journey for discovering their talent. A great way that you can figure out what your talent is just by looking at your hobbies. When you play, what are you interested in? What are the subjects that you normally go to? For all my adults, humans out there, watch your kids as they play. That can give you a great indication of what their hobbies are, what their likes are, what their preferences are. And then you can provide them the best thing of all, encouragement, and reminding them that if you want to really develop a talent, you have to work hard at it. And just encouraging them and giving them positive reinforcement for developing their talent and their interests. And also, it's really important to my young humans out there, don't be too hard on yourself, especially as you're starting out learning about your talent. As a poet, Henry Van Dyke said, "Use what talents you possess. The woods would be very silent if only those birds who sang the best made music." Kind of messed up that line a little bit. But it's a great poem from Henry Van Dyke. I would definitely check it out. Just remember that there is no rush. Everybody has to take their own time to develop their own skills and talents. So, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. This has been Emcee Raven. I hope you guys and girls out there continue working on developing your own talents out there and have a wonderful day out in your community. Thank you so much.